What's up, Juventus? A ton to discuss today as the list of players Juve have placed on the market has been reported, and we have maybe a surprise name on that list. We'll go through the details there, and a strong offer hits Dušan Vlahović. Where does it stand in the player's mind? We'll look at this one, and Jonathan David, has that train just left the station? Possibly. We'll look at the status update there, and Project ItalJuve, ready to take shape with Giorgio Chiellini leading the charge. We'll discuss all of this together right now. I'm Berto. This is the AJC, your channel dedicated to Juventus. It's June 8th. Let's rock with the news. We kick things off with the list of players being reported that Juve has placed on the market. You have Savona, Imbangula, and Eric Milik all listed on the market. And on top of that, you have Douglas Luiz, shopped by Juve for 40 million euros, which would allow them to essentially break even. And you have interested clubs out of the Premier League. A name that also apparently could be shopped by Juventus that might be a surprise to some is Nico Gonzalez. He has some interest from clubs like Galatasaray, Brentford, and West Ham, and Juve apparently could be shopping him for 25 million euros. Now, we take the reports here and sometimes we break it down and we got to use our noggins here, okay? So Nico Gonzalez, this one, I'm not really buying it. And he is one of the bigger purchases we made along with Luiz and Cope Miners that left mixed feelings in the eyes of most fans. But 25 million euros would see us take a capital hit. Comoli coming in, who runs things very strictly financially, this one just doesn't make sense. So I'm going to cross Nico Gonzalez off the list, and I do not believe that he's going to be shopped. Now, there are other reports surfacing claiming that Juve would consider moving Nico Gonzalez if an offer came in that they deemed suitable, and that makes more sense. And I think that there is a huge chunk of Juve's roster that they would actually put in that category, that they're not necessarily placing them in the open market, but if a strong enough offer came in, they might consider. And honestly, you kind of have to do that with a lot of the guys when you find yourself with a roster that needs a lot of work, and a good deal could be the difference in making some significant pickups. So you have to do your due diligence. When it comes to the other names, Savona, Imbangula, and Milik, really no surprises there, except maybe Savona if we're talking about Project ItalJuve, which we will get to in a bit here. On to Dušan Vlahović, though. The latest rumors suggest that Fenerbahce is ready to step in with an offer that sees the player land a salary of 10 million euros per season, and Juventus would get a 30 million euro sale, which would see them break even and be able to take his wages off the books for next season. But the reports suggest that Dušan Vlahović is not in a hurry to make any decision whatsoever, and he's going to take his time. So we just have to hurry up and wait. But Dušan Vlahović very much being shopped as well. When it comes to Jonathan David, well, did the train leave the station today? It just might have, with Fabrizio Romano claiming that Juve were and are interested in the player, but it just seems like it's going to be too expensive due to the bonuses and the compensations that have to be tied in to this free transfer. And that right now, it has taken a significant hit when you're talking about David to Juventus. Something could change and Juve could revisit things, but as of right now, it does not look like Juve is going to land Jonathan David. The interesting thing here is that there were quite a few clubs interested in Jonathan David. The fact that a move hasn't happened now and David seems to be sticking to some high demands is very, very interesting, because David could find himself in a unfavorable scenario, taking himself from clubs where he could have had his choice to now maybe playing a dangerous game. Maybe Juve revisits and gets better deal in terms of bonuses and compensation. We have to wait and see. But for now, it is in significant doubt landing Jonathan David. As far as other targets, does this mean we go after Gyökeres? A lot of you would like that, but all of a sudden, hold the phone, the 20-year-old Dane from Sporting, Conrad Harder, is apparently in the mix as a potential target for Juventus. Not the name you want to hear from a Sporting striker, but apparently Juve has been monitoring his situation and he's one of the targets. Wouldn't that be fitting to talk about all these names and come out with something completely out of left field? Let's see, everybody, what goes down. Now we get to Project ItalJuve. We've heard that before, and it's back in play. Apparently, Giorgio Chiellini to lead the charge to bring and restore an Italian core to Juventus. The names that are being listed and reported with this are Donnarumma, Sandro Tonali, Giovanni Leoni, Pietro Comuzzo, Fratesi, and Raspadori. Listen, when it comes to Project ItalJuve, I will say this. Donnarumma, it makes no sense for us at this moment in time unless things significantly change. Tonali, same thing. I've been saying for a while, it's a luxury signing that we can't afford with so many priorities that we have to fill in terms of gaps on this roster. But this Project ItalJuve thing is the last thing that got fans fired up a couple years ago when we heard that with Giuntoli coming in. It seems like they always go back to this. It seems like media is playing games with fans' emotions, because we have been hearing about fans wanting to restore this Italian core at Juventus. Then you also see what happens to Italy facing Norway, and you see that the talent pool just isn't where it's at. For me, when it comes to Italians and Juve, I want to see a good, healthy Italian base with the Juventus side, but I'm not hell-bent on it. That said, there are some good, strong, positive, young Italian talents that I think are the route Juventus should go. Leoni is definitely one of them. Comuzzo, I would also be happy with. I think Ricci is a midfielder that Juventus should definitely be looking at, but to overextend yourself from some of the higher priced guys because they're Italian right now doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I also feel like nobody has any idea what this new management is going to do. But here's media again tugging at the old heartstrings of the Juventini, claiming that it's Project ItalJuve. I am going to just wait and see, okay? Because everybody's talking the talk for the new management, but it's up to them to walk the walk. And I don't think anybody has any clue what these guys want to do. And remember, we don't even have a sporting director as of right now. So for Juve, giddy up, get your sporting director, and let's start moving. But as far as the media claiming they know exactly what's going to happen, I don't think they've got a clue. That's just me. How do you feel? Hit me in the comments, everybody. But don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join our AJC army. Let's mix it up, and I'm back tomorrow as always with another edition. Till then, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.